And hello once again. Welcome to the Tiernan Center in Richmond. And this is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. The Red Devils back in action in the semifinals. They take on the Eagles of South Bend Adams for the right to play for the championship against Indianapolis Tinley coming up tomorrow. I'm Troy Darengowski along with Kyle Ingram. And boy, I tell you what, the Red Devils have had a little different road to the championship, or at least the semifinals. They've beaten Miami Valley. They beat Seton. Two teams that you're not going to compare at all with what they'll see tonight in South Bend Adams. Michael Green, maybe the fastest guard you'll see in the tournament. Walter Ellis always seems to come up big late in ball games. And then Tayshawn Godwin, a guy who'll come off the bench and score a lot of points. So the Red Devils may have to have their best game all season long to get to the championship here tomorrow night.
Well, I think it's important, Troy, for the Red Devils to keep in mind that they're on a 3 or 4 game winning streak here, and not to get too far ahead of themselves and how they feel about their progression. You know, we talked last week, we talked about one game, 1 quarter, 1 possession at a time, and with a much, what I believe to be a more athletically gifted basketball team in South Bend Adams, Richmond's going to have to be patient.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to make sure that they do all of the little things, i.e. take care of the basketball, rebound, defend the perimeter. And obviously looking at South Bend Adams, they're going to have to be very mindful of the fact that rebounding is going to be a huge key tonight. They're going to have to limit second chance points.
And this is a South Bend Adams team that we have seen already a couple of times in this tournament. They beat a very good Franklin Central team 82-78, and then they beat Indianapolis Lighthouse, who, by the way, is a much underrated basketball team, 78-68. They had to come from behind to beat Franklin Central. They were down double digits before they made the comeback in that game. We will come back. We'll get your starters coming up in a couple of moments. Again, everything abbreviated here in the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, because we only have about 10 minutes between the two games. And then we'll, of course, have one other game later tonight as we're in the championship bracket. Tinley winning a couple of moments ago as Tinley wins at 72-60. They beat Park Tudor. So, again, the Tinley Tigers will move to the championship game tomorrow. They await the winner of South Bend Adams and Richmond. We'll come back. The starters coming up in a couple of moments. The tip-off right around the corner. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Injured athletes can be evaluated at Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond. Request a same-day or next-day appointment to be evaluated by medical professionals who specialize in strains, sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, concussions, and other sports-related orthopedic issues. Call 935-8905. That's 935-8905. Or request an appointment online at reedortho.org. Reed Orthopedic Center, 1400 Highland Road in Richmond.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Hey, make sure you get your New Year started on the right track. Join players of all ages at a New Year's Day workout with New Vision Sports at the Sports Complex. 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. on New Year's Day. Cost is just $30 for all players. You can contact New Vision Sports at 977-5831 or register at newvisionsports@gmail.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z at gmail.com. Here are the starters tonight. First off, For South Bend Adams, Walter Ellis, a 6'5 forward, a junior. He wears number 0. Michael Green, 5'9 and a senior. He wears number 2. He'll be at guard. Kyrese Parker is a 6'3 senior. Parker wearing number 11. Rico Swanson Jr. is a 5'11 junior. He wears number 12. And William Jeffers, a 6'8 senior, number 22. So again for the Eagles, it's Ellis, Green, Parker, Swanson, and Jeffers. For the Red Devils, no change in their starting lineup. Ricky Wedlow, 6 foot and a freshman. He wears number 1. Keyshawn Clemens, 6'6 and a junior, number 2. Trey Griffin, 5'11 and a senior, number 3. Christian Harvey, 6 foot and a junior, number 20. And A.J. Ferguson coming off a 19-point performance in his last game last night, 6 foot and a senior. He wears 24. So again for the Red Devils, it's Wedlow, Clemens, Griffin, Harvey, and Ferguson. We will come back. The tip right around the corner. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarSales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars. Did you know Richmond High School offers 15 advanced placement courses through a partnership with the University of Notre Dame? Did you know Richmond High School had the first high school orchestra in the United States? And did you know Richmond High School is home to a national championship team in the Business Professionals of America? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-size volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
So we're back once again here at the Tiernan Center. The Red Devils and the Eagles of South Bend, Adams, Ellis, Green, Parker, Swanson, and Jeffers, Wedlow, Clemens, Griffin, Harvey, Ferguson for the Red Devils. Again, South Bend Adams beating Franklin Central and Indianapolis Lighthouse to get here. The Red Devils beat Miami Valley and Seton. But again, 2 different animals, as we said a little bit earlier. And I think this is a very good South Bend Adams team, and I wouldn't be surprised. They don't play well early sometimes, but they play well when it really matters.
Well, and that's why I think it's important for the Red Devils to understand that it's going to be 4 quarters of 8 minutes. They're going to have to play a full 32 minutes if they want to be playing for that championship tomorrow night.
Jeffers at 6'8", no, not very strong around the basket. You're going to see a lot of great post play here as Keyshawn Clemens, a junior at 6'6". One thing he's got to do is get a lot stronger in the post. And they tip one easily by Jeffers, and keep an eye on Walter Ellis. Ellis got into foul trouble earlier today and still stayed in the ballgame. There's a three, and that is Rico Swanson opening up with a three-pointer. Swanson getting the Eagles off to a good start, and there is a tip and a turnover by Richmond. The steal by Michael Green. Swanson near the sideline saves it to Green. Red Devils with a turnover early. In the corner once again, Swanson. That's going to be a jumper, by Parker. No good. And here come the Red Devils. Down the lane, and the scoop shot, no good. As coming up short, Christian Harvey. Here's Trey Griffin. His shot missed. Clemens with the offensive rebound, put back good. I've been waiting for Clemens to do that for a while.
Well, looking at the matchup so far, Troy, and South Bend Adams, they've got some really good size. And obviously to complement their quickness on the perimeter, Richmond's going to have to play a complete basketball game this evening.
Clemens with the free throw.
Lack of turnovers. You got to take care of the basketball tonight if you're Richmond.
The Red Devils averaging nearly 90 points per game in their first two games of this tournament, and Clemens will get the first 2 points for the Red Devils. 3-2. South Bend Adams leading it now by 1. Richmond will try to turn the Eagles over as well. But keep an eye on number 2. That's Michael Green. Here's Ellis, double teamed, and almost turns it over. High post here to Jeffers. Here's Green in the corner. There's another three on the way. That's good. That'll be Parker for three. Boy, two guys you haven't seen shoot the three very much so far in the first two games. And the Red Devils down 6-2. Griffin across the timeline. He'll drive and can't get the shot to fall. And I've said it time and time again, if Trey Griffin and Tylee Hampton will take that basketball to the basket more, it's a different basketball team.
Attacking the rim is always a good thing. And on this end of the floor, on the defensive end for the Red Devils, I like what Coach Wedlow's thinking as far as playing a zone and trapping the ball in the corners. But Richmond's going to have to make the rotation because the first two shots for South Bend Adams that have gone in from three, there's been nobody in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
They're going to have to rotate properly if they're going to trap the basketball.
Second free throw good by Griffin, and the Red Devils' first 4 points all coming at the free throw line. Richmond will zone trap here. Good movement. Here he is, and I think that's going to be a foul underneath, and they will get Jeffers on the push. So a turnover for South Bend Adams on the offensive foul, and Jeffers picks up his first.
Well, they got him for an illegal screen. Maybe that's why they've been so wide open on those first couple of threes.
One thing about Jeffers, we mentioned his post play is not really strong. At 6'8", Griffin in the lane. Stops, looks to give it up, does so now to Harvey. Harvey guarded by Green. Talk about two very quick guards on the floor. I don't think there's anyone quicker than Michael Green so far. And that'll be a travel on A.J. Ferguson. Red Devils with their second turnover. A.J. doesn't particularly like that ball out on the perimeter like that. So now the Red Devils will zone trap once again. Rico Swanson. Here's Ellis. Ellis back outside, and the pass intended for Swanson. And this is how South Bend Adams has started their first two games, and the official says the ball was tipped by a Richmond player, and I'm not sure who tipped it. Red Devil crowd not liking that call, so it will be South Bend Adams basketball. No turnover for the Eagles until that one goes out of bounds. I'm not sure who that was intended for. Rico Swanson standing there, and the ball sailed in the stands.
Well, it's possible from an officiating standpoint when a pass is that bad that you think surely somebody else had to deflect that ball.
5:40 to go here in the opening quarter. 6-4. South Bend Adams on top. Here's Ricky Wedlow. Wedlow from three. Off the mark. Rebound tipped by Ellis. Right back to Wedlow. Boy, wide open was Keyshawn, and they didn't get it to him. Here is Trey for three. Good. Trey Griffin for three. He has 5. 7-6 Richmond, leading it by 1. Here's Green. Inside pass, layup no good, and then it will fall for Parker. Parker able to get that one off the front of the rim, and it does go in. Right there, by the way, was Walter Ellis ready to dunk it in just in case. 8-7. Adams on top. Here's Ricky Wedlow once again. 4:47 remaining in the opening quarter. Wedlow looking to break the defender down, Green. Here is Harvey on the drive, goes out of bounds. I'm not sure if William Jeffers got a hand on it or not. Coming in the ball game, Tayshawn Godwin. Godwin is like on instant offense when he comes in, so the Red Devils will have to keep an eye on him. And coming in for the Red Devils, Tylee Hampton, the 6-foot senior. Here's Harvey, averaging 30 a game in the tournament. Harvey gets the screen from Clemens. Inside to Clemens, and then the blocked shot by Walter Ellis. It goes out of bounds, and it goes back over to the Eagles.
And I think, Troy, that goes back to what you said last week. If the Red Devils get the ball underneath like that, if they will just come to a complete jump stop and power themselves up, the shot blockers are always at this level. They're always wanting to block the shot. You make one pump fake and get them in the air, you got them in foul trouble.
Boy, quick jump ball as Godwin came across the timeline, the possession arrow in favor of Richmond. So South Bend Adams will turn the basketball over now for the third time. 8-7. Eagles on top. This semifinal, the championship game tomorrow against Tinley. Here is Harvey driving, missing. Might have gotten that partially blocked by Jeffers. Back the other way. There's Green. His transition is as good as anyone we have seen in this tournament. And once he gets going offensively, he is very, very good. 3-point lead now for the Eagles. Here's Trey Griffin, another 3 on the way, short. Tipped by Clemens, but it will be Eagles basketball. Boy, another very bad pass that time by Ellis, but saved from going across the 10-second line by Godwin. They made a couple of very bad passes early. Here's Green. 3:27 to go. Now it'll be Ellis for 3. No. And the rebound by Keyshawn Clemens. Red Devils chance to tie with a 3 right here. Here's Harvey. Harvey crossover to the left, gives it back now to Trey. Here's Hampton. See if Hampton can come up tonight with a big game against a really good team.
Well, his production off the bench is going to be key.
Here's Hampton out front. We'll find Harvey. His 3-point shot on the way, missed off the back of the iron. The rebound, Godwin, now for South Bend Adams. 2:50 to go in the first. Here's Green. Green is just a penetrator and an outside shooter as well. Godwin misses badly. Here come the Red Devils back the other way. Harvey down the lane. Shot good. Christian Harvey gets his first 2. 10-9. South Bend Adams leading by 1. Here's Godwin once again. Red Devils look to trap to the sideline, and that'll be an over and back. Bad pass again to Kyrese Parker. 4th turnover now by South Bend Adams. Coming in the ball game will be Shaquille Johnson, the 6'1 sophomore. Now for South Bend Adams. And Richmond a chance to take the lead.
I like the Devils' defensive pressure, forcing South Bend into some questionable decision-making passing-wise, rebounding the basketball, and when South Bend takes that perimeter shot, if you can just contest it and then get the rebound, we've already seen a couple occasions where Richmond then can get out on the break.
By the way, the shot made by Harvey. He has 4. Godwin passes up the 3. In the corner now to Swanson. Well, so far, Ellis scoreless, Green just 2, and Godwin hasn't scored either. The big 3 for South Bend Adams. Here's an odd shot by Rico Swanson again, but able to get the 3. His second 3-pointer, his delivery. His release is a little bit odd, but he's made 2. 2-point lead. A.J. Ferguson high to grab that one, and once again we'll see Harvey. Christian with 4. Trey Griffin leading the Red Devils with 5 and Keyshawn Clemens with 2. And we're down to 1:23 to go in the opening quarter. Trey on the right elbow looking inside to Keyshawn. They'll go high-low, the kick out. Here is Hampton for 3. That one's off the mark. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Kyrese Parker of South Bend Adams. 1:09 remaining. Boy, Richmond's offense every once in a while gets a little bit stagnant. They stop moving, and when they do, they become a very easy guard. Griffin will drive, and a blocking foul. The Eagles don't like that call as head coach Milt Cooper showing his displeasure with the official. That'll be Godwin on the foul. I told Trey the other day about penetrating with the basketball and what a different team it is when he does. And we have seen that again already here tonight. 1:01 remaining.
In a lot of cases, Troy, when you do exactly that, particularly against defensive pressure man-to-man, you're going to have somebody sliding over and help defense. And in that case right there, the kid slid over, never really established legal guarding position, and now you're at the free throw line for 3 points.
Second one is no good. They were free, but we didn't take them.
Yeah, it's the free throw. You'd hope that a good shooter like Mr. be able to take both those and knock them down.
13-11, 49 seconds remaining. Here's Swanson getting the high screen from Parker. Nice pass inside to Parker. Basket is good, and give the assist to Johnson. Parker just releasing off that high screen. Here's the scary part about this right now is Ellis, Green, and Godwin aren't scoring, and yet you're still down by 4. This makes me nervous because I've seen these guys already in 2 games, and all of a sudden here they come. You know, a lot of it's in the second half.
Well, I guess if you look at it maybe from Coach Wedlow's perspective, if you can limit the production from their 3 studs and force the other kids to beat you, maybe from the perspective of Richmond, a total team effort will be a far better result than relying on just three kids. Now, obviously, if the production from the other 2 or 3 players from South Bend Adams continue to be what it is, then the Red Devils might be in for a long evening. But contrary to what you might believe, I kind of like where they're at right now. If they continue to play the way they're playing, forcing the defensive possessions on one end, knock it down to 3 like we got right there, you're within shouting distance here. You got a steal, and they're going to have a tie game at the end of the quarter. Got to like it.
Boy, Christian Harvey hits the 3. South Bend Adams turns it over, and after 1, we're tied at 16 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU. Focused on you.
Well, we're tied at 16. What an ending there. Christian Harvey hits the 3, gets the steal, and lays it in, and all of a sudden it's a 16-16 ball game. Red Devils go 2-3 zone, and they'll extend it above the 3-point line. Here's Green again, 2 points. The big 3 just with 2. Jeffers working the high post at 6'8". Here once again is Swanson. Back inside to Jeffers, and Jeffers will finish. He is not a big-time scorer, but he gives the Eagles now a 2-point lead. Here's Griffin driving, and Griffin missing. A.J. almost had the rebound. Jeffers, and now off to the rebound, back the other way, and Unable to come down with it is Parker. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Richmond basketball. 6th turnover now by South Bend Adams. By the way, for Christian Harvey, 9 points, 5 by Trey Griffin, Clemens with 2. This is Harvey against the zone trap. Ricky across the timeline quickly picks up his dribble, and that got him in trouble. Here's Griffin. Kick out to Harvey. 3-pointer on the way. Got another one. His second 3. Ball loose. Green will pick it up. In the corner once again to Parker. Back to Green. Skip pass to Ellis. Ellis so far has not scored. There's a steal by Christian Harvey all by himself and lays it in. And Christian Harvey will force another timeout. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond 21, South Bend Adams 18. This is the Wettig and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hi, this is Troy Arangowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's. 217 National Road West in Richmond.
Well, Richmond's defense proving to be a huge key tonight. 6 turnovers, and they continue to score off those turnovers.
Well, and you wonder, too, Troy, if South Bend Adams isn't facing an opponent for the first time that matches their athleticism. Now, we don't have the size, but I guarantee you athlete per athlete, we match up well with them, and they might be a little surprised by that.
Here's the drive and the feed intended for Jeffers. Here's Swanson down the lane. Jeffers again. Boy, the pass.
Good help.
Certainly there for Jeffers, but it's knocked out of bounds by Richmond.
And that's a great recovery by Wedlow to take away the pass down on the block. Just a great recovery.
Harvey almost the steal. Here's Green, and boy, another deflection. Boy, Christian Harvey playing like he's about ready to be the MVP of this tournament.
Well, and defensively, you just want the Red Devils to continue what they're doing. We don't need to try to make a steal on every pass. Just play good, hard-nosed defense, contest the pass, stay in the passing alleys, and when they get an opportunity to make that steal, then take it. Don't try to create a steal if it's not there.
By the way, Harvey 14. Here's Ellis now for the Eagles in the corner.
Good, there's another steal.
Ball tipped away. Here's Jeffers, and he'll lay it in. Right place, right time for Jeffers. 21-20, Richmond leading it by 1 here in the second quarter. Lead pass will find Wedlow. Back outside now to Harvey. Harvey again, 14 points here in the first half, averaging 30 in this tournament. He had 37 earlier against North Central this year, the number 1 team in the state of Indiana. Now the Red Devils will bring it back. Here's Griffin. South Bend Adams will stay man-to-man, and that is Harvey in the corner. Harvey guarded by Green will give it off now to Wedlow. Here is the weave. Almost lost by Harvey, and there's a turnover, number 4. Ball loose at midcourt. Red Devils get it back. Here's Harvey driving, left hand no. Tipped up by A.J. Ferguson, and the rebound by Jeffers. Here come the Eagles. A pass intended for Ellis, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover number 8.
Well, what you noticed on that last defensive possession by South Bend Adams, that Richmond went into what you would call like a 4 corners. And the penetration by Harvey is there, but South Bend is not coming out of the paint. They're not respecting the fact that Ferguson and some of these other kids were going to hurt them offensively. So that part of the game for Richmond in that offensive stretch wasn't there.
Griffin for 3 in the corner. Rebound Ellis, quick outlet pass. Here's Green the other way, and that's what I meant earlier about Michael Green. He will get out quickly on the break, and he will be fouled, and now the Eagles lead this one by 1. Foul's going to be called against Trey Griffin. He just picked up his first. By the way, Ellis leaving the game scoreless. And here's Michael Green. By the way, Green earlier today had 33 in the win over Indianapolis Lighthouse. 23-21, 4:42 to go. In the ball game now for South Bend Adams. Looks like they brought in Ben Foster. Foster wearing number 21 now for the Eagles. Here's Hampton. Looking backdoor to A.J., nothing there. Here's Trey. Hampton once again at the top. Ferguson on the wing, looks inside to Clemens, nothing there.
Good
Clemens
pass.
now receives, reverse, missed it, tipped up by Ferguson, and Richmond comes out with nothing. Here's Godwin across the timeline. In the corner, three-point shot on the way, no good. Offensive rebound and a foul on A.J. Ferguson. Parker will go to the line. A.J.'s got to get that inside position. He has just picked up his second foul. Marcus Labarette will come in for Richmond for the first time. And the free throw no good by Parker. So A.J. sits down. He had 19 in their win last night against Seton Catholic. 4:01 remaining before halftime. Second free throw is good by Parker. 24-21. Red Devils trail it by 3. And the basketball. Here's Harvey. Mentioned Labarette has checked into the ball game for Richmond. Harvey on the drive, takes it right at the big 6'8 Jeffers and lays it in. 16 now for Christian Harvey. Harvey proving to be one of the top juniors in the state. Clemens will cut the baseline off of Foster. Here's Green back inside. The big 6'8 Jeffers left it short, and he's fouled from behind by Clemens. So Clemens will pick up the foul, and Jeffers at the line. This might be the most active I have seen in the two games that we have called for South Bend Adams, and William Jeffers would be considered relatively soft at 6'8". And his free throw is not very good either. So Walter Ellis coming back in. Tyrese Parker will sit down. 9 points by Parker. 3:29 remaining. Second free throw's on the way, and he'll get one of two.
Nick Fulmer.
Fulmer will come in. Nick Fulmer, a 6'1 junior now for the Eagles. And it's a 2-point ball game. Here's Harvey. Harvey with 16 points now for the Red Devils here in the first half. Winner of this one will go on to the championship against Indianapolis Tinley tomorrow night at 7. Harvey, 15 away, missed it. Might have been partially blocked by Ellis. Here's Green. He'll find Fulmer. Back to Green. Green driving and missing. Tipped up, and the second tip, no, by Jeffers. And, boy, Jeffers hitting the offensive glass.
Well, the Devils are going to have to put a body on him. And if they continue to let the 6'8 kid kind of roam free around the basket, then these kinds of opportunities are going to be prevalent for South Bend Adams tonight.
Jeffers a plus now with 6. By the way, Clemens picked up the foul. That's his second, so Clemens has 2, and A.J. Ferguson has 2. Second free throw by Jeffers, and he hits that one. So Jeffers able to pay some dividends in his time. He'll come out of the ball game. Shaquille Johnson back in. And we're going to see Colton Davis come in. Now, Davis, one thing about Colton is he is a foul factory.
Nothing wrong with that. You need to have an enforcer on your basketball team from time to time. Put in that big old left tackle from the football team. Let him go in there and bounce himself around a little bit.
There you go. Here's Hampton down the lane. Missed it.
I was going to say there's a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Johnson. That'll put Tylee Hampton to the line. Well, so far, Hampton is scoreless for the Red Devils. Still, Ellis hasn't scored for South Bend, and neither has Tayshawn Godwin. So here's Hampton at the line with 2:50 remaining here in the second quarter, and the free throw is missed. That is the what now? 1, 2, Third miss now by Richmond by two of your better shooters in Trey Griffin and Tylee Hampton.
Those are free points.
Second free throw is on the way and missed them both. Well, we saw Griffin miss two, and we've seen Hampton miss two. 4 points right off the board. Green once again, and they'll get him on the carry. Yep. 9 turnovers now by South Bend Adams. 27-23, Adams with the lead. I was looking at earlier today, Walter Ellis had 20. I believe 17 of those probably came in the second half. Michael Green, he finished with 35. The score sheet read 33, but he had 35 in the win earlier today. Red Devils basketball, 2:30 to go. Here's Hampton straight away. Hampton driving and a foul before the shot. That'll go against Fulmer. Team foul number 6 now on the Eagles. Hampton inbounding. Here's Harvey. Harvey now long-range three. Missed it. Battle for the rebound, and there's your first on Colton. At least he's going for the board.
Yeah, but I disagree with the foul call, Troy. I mean, both kids go straight up. The kid from South Bend Adams clearly comes down with a basketball. Was there a little bit of body? Yeah. All that is a game stopper. It's almost like the referee, he's tired and he wants to put air in the whistle. And I mean, they got to get past that. I mean, that's just putting a foul on a kid that's not there.
Here's Rico Swanson. Just over 2 minutes to go. Green will find Ellis, and Ellis will drive. And the foul's going to be called against Tylee Hampton. Now, one thing for sure, when Walter Ellis drove the baseline, came across Colton Davis, he knows that Davis is in there. Davis gave him a whack. Here's Walter Ellis. 17 fouls now on Richmond, and the front end of the one in bonus no good by Ellis. He remains scoreless. Here's Labarette across the timeline. Just over 2 minutes to go before halftime. On the guard out front is Kyrese Parker. Parker's at about 6'3". Here's Trey Griffin. Griffin off the right wing. Looks inside to Davis. Picks up his dribble. Davis will go back outside down to Hampton. Here's Hampton cutting in the lane, and the bucket good by Harvey.
That's nice basketball play right there. Good diagonal cut to the basket. Nice pass.
Green will drive, and there is his strength as well. Green lays it up off the glass and good. 29-25. Adams leading it by 4. Minute 24. Here's Hampton downtown. 3 good. Tylee Hampton, his first points. And here's Green, and they'll get him for a travel. 10 turnovers now by South Bend Adams. Ricky Wedlow will come back in. Leverett will sit down. Good minutes by Leverett. So now the Red Devils with a minute 14 will have the basketball. Harvey now with 18 points for Richmond. He'll try to size things up against the defender Parker. Here's Griffin.
1 minute.
Griffin with a crossover, pulls up from 16, gets that one. Trey Griffin. And Richmond has taken a 1-point lead. Lead pass to Green, lob pass Ellis. Back inside once again Parker. He'll dribble away from pressure. Swanson for 3, missed it badly, and it goes out of bounds. Back over now to Richmond. 38.3 to go.
It'll be interesting to see if the Devils hold for the last shot here.
They will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. The Red Devils leading at 30-29 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
Well, Richmond hanging right in there against a very good South Bend Adams team, but I said it earlier. I've seen the South Bend Adams team twice. For whatever reason, they don't play well in the first half. So what they do in the second half, I'll be very interested to see how the Red Devils will handle what they bring. They just kind of seem to ratchet things up in the second half. But it'll be Richmond basketball with the final 36 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Trey Griffin. He's had a good first half. He was scoreless against Seton. Griffin drives, and it goes out of bounds, last touched off the hands of Rico Swanson. 24.7. Here's Wedlow. Guarded by Ellis. Back outside now to Harvey. Red Devils will shift Colton Davis to the high post, and now they'll overload on the left side until Hampton moves up high. There's your double high screen. Here is Griffin back outside to Hampton. 6 seconds. Harvey will drive and scores. And that will do it for the first half. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond 32, South Bend Adams 29. Your halftime report coming up in just a moment.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, like, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No. At FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
Halftime as the Red Devils on top 32-29. Today's game brought to you in part by Square Donuts of Richmond. Whether it's a delicious breakfast, afternoon treat, or a midnight snack, everyone loves the taste of Square Donuts of Richmond. Enjoy their huge cinnamon rolls or any of the other crowd favorites, including maple bacon, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cream, pumpkin spice, and many, many more. And, of course, grab those award-winning glazed donuts voted #1 in the entire state. Proud to be your favorite donut shop and home to the best donuts in town, the only squares around, Square Donuts of Richmond. Halftime numbers for South Bend Adams. They were led in scoring by Kyrese Parker with 9, William Jeffers with 7 points by Michael Green, Rico Swanson with 6, and maybe the biggest surprise of all, Walter Ellis, only scoreless. The only one scoreless out of the big three. We'll take that back. Godwin has not scored either, but Godwin coming off the bench, but Ellis scoreless in the first half. 10 turnovers by the Eagles as well in the first half. Red Devils led by Christian Harvey. He finished with 20 in the first half. Trey Griffin with 7, Tylee Hampton with 3, and Keyshawn Clemens with 2. And the Red Devils only 4 turnovers in the first half as well. Halftime score 32-29. We'll come back with the second half coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Richmond basketball, and this is the Wettig Tournament in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners. Did you know Richmond Schools offers an instrumental music program in grades 5 through 12? Did you know Richmond Schools offer classes in Chinese, French, and Spanish? And did you know Richmond offers a full slate of intermediate school athletic programs such as golf, swimming, volleyball, football, basketball, and baseball? Richmond Community Schools. We are your choice for a quality education. Go to wearerichmond.com.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com. At Richmond Power and Light, we're committed to Richmond. We've been a part of this community for over 114 years. We're not part of some big energy conglomerate, and we don't answer to out-of-town stockholders. Instead, we are accountable to you. And just like you, we want what's best for our hometown. That means you can count on us to provide reliable electricity at low rates. We are Richmond Power and Light, your hometown electric utility, building Richmond a better tomorrow.
We're getting ready for the third quarter. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Harrington Hoke Insurance, where they spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable. Their focus is on insurance, and that's it. We're on top of industry changes, and they're one-stop shop for all your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Hoke insures it. Give them a call at 962-9502. Or go to their website, harringtonhoke.com. Harrington Hoke, we got it. Troy Nergowski along with Kyle Ingram as we get set for the third quarter, and you have to be very pleased with Richmond's first half, and now they got to sustain it for another half.
Exactly. And one of the things that we noticed at halftime there, Richmond, they go running off the floor. Harvey makes the last-second field goal there at the end of the half. They go sprinting off the floor to the locker room. South Bend Adam kind of goes walking off with their head between their legs, just kind of like what the heck's happened. You just wonder, Troy, if South Bend, we talked about it earlier, if 2 games today, 3 games thus far, away from home, sleeping in a hotel room, you just wonder what they've got left in the second half. And for the Red Devils, I'd like to see more kids get involved offensively, be more aggressive, particularly Wedlow. We got 20 points from Harvey. Well, can he sustain that? Well, at this point in time, you hope so. But if not, he's going to have support from some of the other kids on the team, because the coach from South Bend Adams is going in the locker room and say, hey, listen, we stopped number 20. Richmond's got 12 points on the board.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some of our kids step up here in the second half.
It'll be Red Devil basketball to open things up here in the third quarter. And again, the Red Devils led by Christian Harvey with 20. Here is Wedlow. He was scoreless in the first half as well. We talked about Ellis, but Wedlow scoreless. Here's Trey Griffin, gets the screen. Pull-up jumper, in and out. Rebound, Clemens. Clemens put back, no. Ball tipped out by Jeffers, and the Red Devils will keep it. Here is Wedlow again, off the glass, no good. Here's Clemens one more time. The ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Ricky Wedlow. Boy, good effort that time by Clemens.
Absolutely. And love the aggressiveness by Wedlow. Attack the basket.
Boy, Parker out of the ball game immediately, and Tayshawn Godwin coming back in. He only played 31 seconds, and they put him on the bench, so apparently Milt Cooper not happy with Parker. Here's Swanson across the timeline, out on the high post to Jeffers. Here's a three, and missed by Ellis, but an offensive rebound by Green. That three no good by Swanson. Rebound Ellis, and he'll be fouled. So now Ellis a little bit more aggressive, and I mentioned this the first 2 games I've seen. Ferguson just picked up his third.
Two things there, Troy. First of all, you've got a 20-foot jump shot taken where the ball actually hits the floor on the rebound, and 5 white shirts standing around watching the ball hit the floor. Secondly, now, you've got Ferguson picking up his 3rd foul, and not one of those 3 fouls have been because he's hustled or has worked on the defense or offensive end. It's been because he's been blocked out, he's shoved from behind. And it's not to down the kid, but he is an integral part of what they do, and those are the kind of fouls that he can't commit. That kind of foul.
Foul, by the way, on AJ. He is out of the ball game. Walter Ellis picked up his first point. Back to a 2-point lead as Hampton back in for Richmond. They'll run this weave out front and look for an opening. Here's Hampton once again. Cutting down the lane is Harvey. Good movement here by Richmond. Here's a jumper by Trey Griffin. Can't get it to go on the rebound by Jeffers. This is the best game Jeffers has played in the 3 games. Here's Green deep in the corner. Kicks it outside to Godwin. Good ball movement back to Green. Baseline drive and misses short. Jeffers trying to get the offensive rebound. It goes out of his hands and out of bounds. And for the Red Devils, they'll get it back.
It's possible that South Bend has challenged the big kid in the middle to be a little more aggressive. What's he have to lose?
Right now, 7 points in the first half for the 6'8 senior. Here's Harvey in the corner, wide open. Wedlow, good for 3. So Wedlow gets his first 3, and the Red Devils lead it by 5. Here's Ellis. His 3 no good. Jeffers back in battling for the board, knocked out of bounds again.
And that's a nice job of defending the shot on the perimeter, and another wonderful job underneath of blocking out, getting good rebound position, blew over the back, knocked the ball out of bounds. Richmond basketball.
6 minutes remaining here in the third. Richmond trying to advance to the championship game. Tomorrow night at 7. Here is Griffin from 17, missed it, rebounded by Swanson. Rico brings it at himself. Will get it to Green quickly in the corner. Here's Godwin for 3. No. Tipped up. No. And yes, it falls in for Jeffers. Jeffers having a nice game with 9. 35-32. There's the screen out front for Christian Harvey, and he'll be fouled.
Well, and unfortunately on that last possession on the offensive end for South Bend, defensively we kind of got out of our rotation and weren't able to get a body on the big guy underneath, and he had an easy follow, tip in for 2 points.
Godwin picks up the foul. That is going to be his second. And Harvey at the line, and he misses it short. He has struggled from the free throw line.
Tyrese Parker replaces Godwin.
So Godwin will come out of the ball game. And back in will be Tyrese Parker, the 6'3 senior. Second free throw is good. 21 now for Harvey. And the Red Devils lead it by 4. Richmond will go again with that zone trap. Swanson in the corner. That's a funny release, but the bucket good by Parker. Boy, he has an interesting release. That is his second 3. And the Red Devils lead it by 1. Here's Hampton. Quickly inside to Clemens. Back to Hampton once again. Hampton with the left hand. Now off to Wedlow. Here's Hampton. Guarded quickly there by Ellis. Here's Griffin straight away. 4:45 to go in the third. Richmond leading it by 1. They'll reset the offense. Wedlow in the corner as Richmond will run baseline with Hampton. Here's Clemens. Clemens turning, will give it off to Hampton once again. Here's Harvey in the right wing, guarded there by Green. Step back, pull-up shot way short. And the rebound pulled out of there by Swanson. Swanson gets it across the timeline. Here is Green. Bucket good. Michael Green. 9 points by Green. And South Bend Adams now leads at 37-36. Halfway through the third. Here's Hampton driving short on the shot. Coming out, there will be Swanson. Lead pass Ellis, and Ellis has it knocked back in his hands. And a foul called against the Red Devils. It'll be on the floor.
No reason to hit the panic button if you're Richmond on the offensive end. Just continue to do the things that you've done well through the first 2.5 quarters.
By the way, Trey Griffin just picked up his second. Here's Ellis, three-pointer, no. Rebounded and kicked out to Green, his 3, no. And another rebound there for Tylee Hampton.
Right,
here is Griffin the other way. He can't get the shot to go, and it's knocked out of bounds by Wedlow. By the way, back in the ballgame will be Godwin for South Bend Adams. Also coming in will be Ben Foster.
Ben Foster Jr. also checking in for the Eagles.
Parker setting down. And boy, another bad pass right there by Jeffers. And let your guard come to you as Godwin made a move toward the sideline. Another guy needs to come to the ball is Green. 3:37 remaining. 1-point game. South Bend Adams leading it by 1. Here's Ellis. Back inside once again to Jeffers. He will feed to the left. Bucket good by Foster. 3-point lead. And Richmond will get a timeout right here. Red Devils timeout. 3:21 to go on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils down by 3.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice, and it will go in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. You can give him a call at 969-30-400. 3:21 to go in the third. Red Devils down by 3. A.J. Ferguson on the bench with 3 fouls. He had 19 last night. Boy, Coach Wedlow, he was a little upset about something right there.
Yeah. Call a timeout, I think, maybe to get into specific offensive set on an out-of-bounds play, and we just didn't get where we wanted to get.
Harvey will drive. Good ball movement. Here's Wedlow for 3. No. Rebound, nice rebound. Clemens. Clemens will feed it off to Harvey, and Harvey can't get it to go. And a jump ball between Harvey and Jeffers. Boy, good fight that time by Christian Harvey. They list Harvey at 6 foot. That might be generous. But Jeffers at 6'8". Basketball will go over to South Bend Adams. Three minutes remaining now here in the third quarter. Ellis lead pass to Green. Green will push the tempo down the lane. Missed it. Jeffers rebound, put back no. And the ball will be saved by Hampton on the baseline. Here comes Richmond. Hampton will find Harvey. Layup good. 39-38. Harvey now with 23. Boy, Jeffers had a good tip and just couldn't bring it in for South Bend Adams. Here's Jeffers on the drive, and that's the last thing that South Bend Adams wants him to do. Here is Harvey, and he'll be fouled by Ellis.
Nice job by the Devils defensively, getting out on the break. Getting your leading scorer to the free throw line for 2 freebies.
And we're down to 2:24 in the third, and Christian Harvey mentioned averaging 30 in this tournament. And once again proving himself against the better teams. We had a great game against North Central earlier this year, 37 points on the road. And Harvey's free throw is good. He now has 24. Here's A.J. Ferguson back in.
Clemens did a nice job. He deserves a break. Get him ready for the fourth quarter.
Swanson coming back in now for the Eagles. See if A.J. can avoid the fourth foul. Second free throw is good. 25 now by Harvey, and the Red Devils have taken a 1-point lead. Dangerous pass. Swanson high to get it. Here's the drive by Parker, and scores. Parker now with 14. And it's back to a 1-point lead for South Bend Adams. Harvey looking for the screen from Ferguson. Don't move now, A.J. will get a foul again.
Yeah.
Here's Harvey. The roll by Ferguson doesn't get it. Back once again to Wedlow, and here's Harvey. Harvey driving strong, lost it in the lane. Turnover Red Devils, and Richmond almost got it back. Here's Swanson. Swanson driving, feeds to Green, and Green will be fouled on the floor.
It's just a reach. That's a bad foul by Mr. Ferguson. He just,
Ferguson is
So A.J. picks up number 4, and so here is Clemens back in.
Clemens back in.
Can't fault the effort. You can't fault the effort, but those are just the kind of fouls that we have to have him in there for us.
Boy, he's undersized at 6 foot, but again, he plays much bigger. Here's Swanson trying to make a move against Wedlow. Now it'll be Green. Again, Richmond down by 1. Here's Swanson again in the lane. The feed in the corner. Here's another 3 on the way. Good. Parker gets another 3. 8 in the second half. 17 now for Parker. And the Red Devils down by 4 with just over a minute remaining here in the third.
1 minute.
Now the Red Devils reset it back out front to Harvey. This is Ricky Wedlow on the left wing. He'll be guarded by Swanson. There's your screen by Clemens. Clemens rolls and a turnover by Richmond. Back the other way. Here is Godwin, misses. Tipped up by Ellis, no good, and somehow Godwin got it back. 35 seconds remaining. Here's Ellis, and now the Eagles will spread the floor. Harvey coming out will challenge Ellis right there. That is Wedlow out front against Rico Swanson. 14 seconds remaining. Here's Swanson once again. Swanson gets the screen from Godwin. Ellis feeds it off, and the layup good. Godwin scores, and that will do it for the third. And now the Red Devils find themselves down as we head to the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 46-40. This is Richmond basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry. Everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
By the way, Christian Harvey with 25 for the Red Devils. Kyrese Parker leading the way for South Bend Adams with 17. Michael Green has 9. 9 points by Jeffers and just a single point by Walter Ellis. And we're ready to go here in the fourth quarter. Red Devils down now by their biggest margin at 6. Here's Wedlow. And this is still a very inexperienced basketball team for Richmond as Wedlow fires and misses, and the long rebound for Green. Nice pass inside, and the layup good as Parker went right by Clemens. And now the Red Devils down by 8. 19 points now for Parker. Screen by Clemens, back outside to Wedlow. Another 3, misses that one. 2 in a row for Wedlow. And here come the Eagles once again. Winner moves on to the championship game against Tinley. That shot top of the key, no good. As Parker can't get it to fall. And Richmond back in transition. Here's Harvey and scores. 27 now for Harvey. You mentioned others are going to have to step up in the scoring department. So far, it's all Christian Harvey. Near steal by Wedlow.
Well, Wedlow's had a couple of open looks from 3, but you don't want the Red Devils to fall into the trap of being one-dimensional and relying on the 3. You know, do what you did, what you've been doing the whole game as far as your penetration and then kick. A lot of standing around right now on the offensive end for us.
Parker just hit another 3. And the Red Devils down by 9. Parker now with 22. Here's Trey Griffin for 3-0. And the Red Devils have gone cold here in the fourth quarter. On the drive, and a foul will be called. And, boy, I tell you what, Jeffers looked pretty aggressive that time on the dunk. It will not count. And that'll be on Keyshawn Clemens. That is his third. Rico Swanson at the line. And South Bend Adams trying to take control of this game here in the fourth quarter. See, I just had that gut feeling.
Yeah, you called it, my friend. You called it.
Leverett will come in, Hampton out. Well, maybe as we talk about this game, they might be a team, South Bend Adams, maybe they like to play from behind. Who knows? Second one good by Swanson. I'm not sure their coach cares for it, but maybe they're better under pressure. So the lead at 11. This is the biggest lead right now for either of these two teams. Leverett in the corner will back it away with a right hand. Here's Griffin deep in the corner. Griffin driving, gets the screen, 17 feet away. No, and Richmond has gone cold. Ellis with a rebound. Swanson, lead pass. Green driving and scores.
Wedlow needs to get a timeout. Yeah, I think Coach Wedlow needs to get another timeout. Yep, here it is. He got it.
Devils will get the timeout right there. It is all South Bend Adams. 5:44 to go here in the fourth. And Richmond trailing it on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard by 13.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
So the Red Devils down by 13, and just like that, they have an uphill battle. Loser will play Park Tudor tomorrow at 5 for third place. Tinley is in the championship game. We have one more game here tonight, Miami Valley against Franklin Central. That is scheduled for 8:30 tip-off time. By the way, we'll have the post game on Facebook, on our Facebook Live after the game with Rick Wedlow. Here is Harvey down the lane, basket good, and he's fouled.
Nice utilization of the timeout there by Coach Wedlow. Got his kids in an offensive set down here that resulted in the layup. Chance for the old-fashioned and one play.
Harvey now with 29. Rico Swanson picks up the foul. That is going to be number 2 now on Swanson. And a chance now for Harvey to match his tournament average at 30 points per game, but he misses the free throw. Rebound Jeffers. Here come the Eagles again, and guess who's ahead of the field? Michael Green. Another foul on Richmond. Thing about Green, I mentioned his quickness earlier. He's just so fast down the floor and to the basket.
Well, the key thing you just said right there is to the basket. He got a step on us, and he went right to the front of the rim. Yeah. And, I mean, some of our kids need to understand that, too, that attack that basket when you got a step on your defender. Attack the gaps in a zone. You can just see, so there's so many positives out of this young group of kids right now that they're competing. They've been in every game but the one. And Coach Wedlow, he's working hard. You know, he's coaching hard, coaching his boy hard down here right now. And you just hope that eventually the light bulb's gonna turn on, and when it does, it could be fun.
57-44. Here's Trey Griffin for three. Good. Big bucket by Griffin. Trey now in double figures with 10. Here's Green again. Layup good. There he is. I've seen it too many times in this tournament. Back to a 12-point lead. He gets a ton of layups. Under 5 minutes remaining. Here's Griffin. They back off on him, daring him to shoot the three. That's Jeffers at 6'8". Leverett with the basketball on the right wing. He'll be guarded there by Parker. A lot of length on the floor right now for South Bend Adams other than Michael Green, and they just use his quickness. Red Devils reset it. Here's Harvey. Screened by A.J. Harvey will drive. His shot's going to be blocked. Tipped back once again to Harvey. Scores, and a lot of contact underneath, but no whistle. Back the other way. Here is Ellis down the lane. Missed it, and then dunked in by Jeffers off the miss. Jeffers with 11. Red Devils didn't box him out. We will see Ricky Wedlow come back in. By the way, Jeffers now with 11. 22 points by Kyrese Parker. 15 points by Green. Those are your leading scores right now for the Eagles. Here's Trey Griffin. Three-pointer again. Can't get it to go. And run down in the corner by Ellis, and he'll save it from going out of bounds to Swanson. By the way, 31 points tonight by Harvey. For the Red Devils down 61-49, and South Bend Adams, they will call a timeout. 3:54 remaining in this one on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail at 61-49.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Troy Darengowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
61-49, Red Devils trail here in the fourth. 3:54 remaining. By the way, A.J. Ferguson back in. He'll play with those 4 fouls. Richmond will have Clemens and Ferguson in at the same time and try to help in the rebounding department. Here is Green. Green again, strong to the basket.
Gotta have a whistle.
And there's a put in by Jeffers.
Something's there, whether it's a block or a charge. You got to have a whistle. It surely wasn't a flop.
Oh, Coach Wedlow asking the same thing. 13 now by Jeffers. By far his best game of the tournament. Here's Ricky Wedlow off now to Griffin. Griffin gets the screen from Clemens. Harvey, three-pointer, no good. Long rebound into the hands of Swanson. The Red Devils down now by 14. Now let's see if South Bend Adams will spread the floor a little bit right here. And here's Michael Green. And offensive foul called against Ellis on the moving screen.
Ellis, the moving screen.
Well, what's impressive if you're South Bend Adams, your leading scorer, Walter Ellis, 1 point, and yet you're still winning by 14. Ferguson driving baseline. He will find Wedlow for three. He can't get it to go. A.J. Ferguson with another rebound. Back once again to Harvey. He'll drive in between two defenders and miss it. Jeffers with a rebound. Outlet pass will find Simpson, and the ball inside, and there he is again. That'll be Green. 17 now by Green.
Well, Troy, that was probably the 7th possession in the last 7 minutes that South Bend has scored basically in transition.
Harvey, reverse layup blocked.
And we're down 16. And they got numbers again.
And Adams will pull it out with just over 2 minutes remaining. Smart move that time by South Bend Adams. Now they're only 2 minutes away from advancing to the championship tomorrow. They have had by far the toughest road. When you look back at the two teams, they beat Franklin Central. They beat a very good Indianapolis Lighthouse team who has a whole bunch of athletes. Here's Ellis. His three is no good. Here's Harvey. Harvey from 16. Got it. Harvey now with 33. And the Red Devils down by 14. I'll still give credit to South Bend Adams. They were trailing Franklin Central double digits before they came back to win that game in the second half. They pulled away from Lighthouse in the second half, and they've done the same thing here tonight. So,
well, they're a talented basketball team. They're long. They're athletic. They've got 3 or 4 kids that can come in off the bench, and they're well coached. And you got to give them credit. I mean, they've done the things tonight that they've needed to do, and Coach Wedlow just got a technical foul.
So the technical on Coach Wedlow, and well, he has brought Ricky Wedlow out of the game. Ricky will finish with 3. I'm not sure what the discussion was. You see Coach Wedlow there at the bottom of your screen. So I'm not sure what was said or if he got out of the box. We saw Coach earlier get a technical for Park Tudor for getting out of the box after a warning.
Well, I still think probably on the play going to the basket where there wasn't a whistle, whether it's a block or a charge, and then the play right here at half court where young Wedlow picked up a foul while the kid was dribbling the basketball. You know, I mean, from an official's perspective, yeah, maybe 50-50, so-so call there. I mean, you're down 14-15 now, and Coach Wedlow probably decided to get his point across and move on.
67-51. Well, let's go ahead and name the Subway sub of the game for the Red Devils, and they didn't get much off their bench. Tyler Hampton with 3, and that was it. So Tylee Hampton, the Subway sub of the game, and the Wesley Bates Wealth Management player of the game, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Christian Harvey with 33.
Absolutely. Great performance by Christian. And, you know, sometimes, Troy, when you have a young player or a young team and you have a player the caliber of Christian, some of those other kids tend to maybe just sit back and wait for him to get things done. Yeah. And I think as this team moves forward, they are going to have to take it upon themselves to not accept their role, but understand what their role is. And it's not to stand around and hope that Christian can get it done.
Yeah. Here's Ellis. Ferguson bodying him up. No whistle, and Green once again. We'll wrap this up very quickly. And a timeout. We'll keep it here. South Bend Adams will get a couple of players in. Alec Breiler will come in, and also coming in will be Donnell Williams. 17 points tonight by Michael Green, 22 by Kyrese Parker, 13 by William Jeffers. Those the 3 leading scorers tonight for the Eagles. Red Devils led by Christian Harvey with 33. They got 10 from Trey Griffin. So there's 43 of your 51 points. Wedlow with 3. Tylee Hampton with 3. But again, your bench, just nothing performing tonight for the Red Devils. 29 seconds to go.
Well, and they got in trouble, foul trouble with, you know, their 2 post players, Clemens and Ferguson. Not due to a lack of effort. Just understanding maybe where that extra effort needs to be applied versus, you know, I'll just accept what happens right now and live to play another day.
Harvey with the steal and the 2-point bucket, so he'll finish with 35, and this one is over. Your final score on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 67-53, South Bend beating Richmond. So South Bend Adams will play in the championship tomorrow against Tinley at 7 o'clock. Red Devils will play the third place game at 5 o'clock against Park Tudor. Thanks for being with us. This has been the Wettig basketball tournament right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.